Good morning, sir. Dr. Suman Kollipara. Can you just on your video? Dr. Sharas, sir, he is joining within 2 minutes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone can see me and hear me.
Yes, yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning.
Excellent.
I request Sharas, sir, to on his camera. Please, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. A very good morning, everyone. I, Dr. Lavya Shetty, Assistant Professor at Division of Yoga, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, warmly welcome each and everyone to the first workshop of 2023, an online lecture cum workshop on Sookshma meditation conducted by Division of Yoga, Mahe. We are joined today by a very distinguished guest, Dr. Suman Kollipara, the co-founder of Peace Tree Innovation Society, and our very own Dr. Sharat Kumar Rao K, the Pro-Vice Chancellor of Health Sciences, Mahe, and Dr. B.S. Satish Rao, the Director of Research, Mahe, Manipal. I would like to call Dr. Annapurna K, the head of the Department of Division of Yoga at Mahe, to welcome the gathering.
Namaste. Very good morning to all. Tameva Sharanam Gaccha Sarva Bhavena Bharata Tat Prasadat Param Shanti Sthanam Prapyasi Shashwatam. We, Center for Integrative Medicine and Research, Division of Yoga, Division of Ayurveda and Siddha Medicine, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, have been working on academic programs, treatment modalities and research to enhance the objectives of integrative medicine. Well, yoga is an ancient Indian philosophy and a healthy lifestyle practiced and documented by the sages in India to develop human being to evolve up to the level of almighty or universal existence as personality development through the practice of dhyana or meditation. There are many types of meditation techniques as per the literature in yoga. There are two major types, Sthula Dhyana or gross meditation techniques, Sookshma Dhyana or subtle meditation techniques. Today's workshop benefits us by providing the knowledge about the practice of Sookshma meditation. We, Division of Yoga, Center for Integrative Medicine and Research, take this great opportunity with immense pleasure. As today's event planned to offline at Interact Lecture Hall, KMC Manipal, but due to COVID guidelines happened to shift the event to online mode. It is an honor to us to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Sharat Kumar Rao, Pro Vice Chancellor, Health Sciences, Mahe Manipal, to give inaugural address for today's workshop on Sookshma meditation and as well as lecture series of 2023. I cordially welcome Dr. Sharat Kumar Rao. Namaste, sir.
Thank you. Thank you and namaste.
And today we have with us as resource person, Dr. Suman Kollipara, President, Peace Tree Innovations Society, Vancouver, Canada. I cordially welcome Dr. Suman Kollipara, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Annapurna and everyone. Thank you very
We
much.
are very much pleased to participate in your workshop on meditation. Namaste, sir. I also welcome our respected sir, Dr. Satish Rao BS, Directorate of Research, Mahe Manipal, who supported us to organize this workshop. And I do also welcome Dr. PLNG Rao, former Pro Vice Chancellor, for initiating this event. Welcome, sir. I welcome all faculty and students of other institutes of Mahe and all the participants from other institutions. Welcome all. Namaste, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm words. I would like to call Dr. Sharat Kumar Rao to deliver the inaugural address. But before that, I would like to take a few minutes to introduce him. Dr. Sharat Kumar Rao, the former Dean of Kasturba Medical College and current Pro Vice Chancellor of Health Sciences, Mahe, has been serving the Department of Orthopedics at Kasturba Hospital since 1988. An alumni of KMC Mangalore, he is a renowned orthopedic surgeon in the field of complex trauma, joint replacement, and knee arthroscopy. He served as the president of Karnataka Orthopedic Association in 2013 and the president of Orthopedic Association of South India States in the year 2018. He also served as an executive council member and a chairman of AO Trauma India. Having delivered numerous lectures and conducted various workshops all over the world on AO trauma, Dr. Sharat Kumar Rao have 96 publications in the Index Journal. With this introduction, I invite Dr. Sharat Rao to present the inaugural address.
Thank you, Lavya Shetty. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. A very good morning to each and every one of you. Integrative medicine is an approach to health and wellness that actually combines conventional medicine and complementary medicine. Conventional medicine may be the traditional Western medicine which you practice, and a complementary medicine may be a non-stream medicine. Integrative medicine treats patients via emotional, environmental, mental, and spiritual means by integrating mind and body with a holistic approach. Any treatment employed today, traditional or non-mainstream, needs to be empowering, evidence-based, individualized, interprofessional, and patient-centered. But we still forget some things like social, economical, and vocational, which needs to be with this. So is an example of integrative medicine, which looks at holistic aspect of overall welfare of an individual. This meditation practice is built on the foundation of principles of yoga, meditation, and Ayurveda caring for mind, body, and spirit. Sookshma translates into English as micro, and Sookshma meditation and yoga unfolds the microcosmic energy present within us in every cell of the body. Sookshma has its roots in ancient Indian yogic wisdom that has stood the test of time. This form of yoga and meditation allows one to easily tap into the inner creative potential to create abundance in all dimensions of life. Today, we need something that is simple, that is subtle, and easy for one and all, from children to the senior citizens, but yet bring dramatic change in the way we live. We need something that prevents and cures lifestyle diseases like diabetes, hypertension, anxiety, depression, which is very common in younger generation today. We need something that provides positive energy into all dimensions of life: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, moral, or ethical. Workshops like this is aimed at that. I congratulate the Department of Yoga and Center for Integrative Medicine and Research for arranging this workshop. My profuse thanks to Dr. Suman Kollipara, President, Peace Tree Innovation Society, Vancouver, Canada. Unfortunately, you were not able to be with us physically, but at least we are happy that we are conducting this workshop, taking time out from your busy schedule. Thank you once again. Thank you as for the resource person. And thank you one and all the best for this workshop.
Thank you, sir. As sir said, we need something very simple to cure lifestyle diseases. Yes. Thank you for supporting us and for future support. I would like to call Mrs. Puvita Shruti to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good morning to one and all. I'm Ms. Puvita Shruti P, faculty from Division of Yoga, CAMR Mahe, here to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of Division of Yoga, CAMR Mahe Manipal. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guest, Dr. Satish Kumar Rao K, Pro Vice Chancellor, Health Sciences Mahe, Sharat Kumar Rao K, Pro Vice Chancellor, Health Sciences Mahe, for inaugurating today's event. Even though it is an online event, so thank you a lot for giving us precious time in your busy schedule. And Division of Yoga CMR is grateful to you, sir. I extend my special thanks to today's guest speaker, Dr. Suman Kollipara, President, Peace Tree Innovation Society, Vancouver, Canada. Division of Yoga CMR is thankful to you for engaging today's event, sir. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our head of the institute and director of research, Mahe, Dr. Satish Rao BS, for his continuous guidance and immense support. I thank IT team and audiovisual team of Mahe for their support. A special thanks to Director of Research Office and Pro VC Office for providing technical support, and Mr. M. Padiyar at Syndicate for designing an invitation and backdrop. Thanks to Dr. Nitina Kumar J. Patil and Dr. Lavya Shetty for Division of Yoga for coordinating today's event. And respected higher officials, faculties, dear students and alumni, and all the attendees present here, my heartfelt thanks to all for your kind support. And thank you one and all. The session will begin shortly. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Puvita Shruti. I would like to call upon Dr. Nitin Kumar Patil to introduce the speaker to the audience.
It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Suman Kollipara. Dr. Suman Kollipara is a co-founder of non-profit organization Peace Tree Innovation Society. Center for Wellness and Oneness is in Vancouver, Canada. This aims at building with a motto of research, healing, education, and service. Under his leadership, many of the programs like Wellness from Within, Reinventing Human Potential, Consciousness Leadership, Emotional Intelligence, and Entrepreneurial Resilience were developed using the tools of both ancient yogic science and also the modern tools. And it has been presented all over the world with the different organizations across the Canada and also world. He comes with a unique background of veterinary medicine, computer science, with more than 16 years of experience in the field of Sookshma meditation, which has been learned by the ancient race sage Sunita Amma. He has presented in front of the wide range of audience, including United Nations WHO. Management at public private sector organization, in patients at hospitals, addiction centers, schools, firefighters, and educational scientific conferences. He is also an author of 2 books, namely, one is Ancient Sage for Silicon Age, and another book is called Wellness from Within. I'm happy to share that we had been associated more than 2 years, and I was being the co-author of the second book called Wellness from Within. With this brief introduction, rather than taking us most of the time, so I would like to now call upon Dr. Suman Kollipara for the workshop.
Thank you very much for that warm introduction, Dr. Patil. I know we have been working together for the past 2 years very closely. So thank you for having that warm introduction from a very good friend and a colleague, Dr. Nitin Kumar Patil. First of all, I would like to show my heartfelt gratitude to all the organizers of this event, Dr. Annapurna, head of the department, Dr. Patilji, and all the staff of the yoga department, Center for Integrative Medicine and Research, as well as Director of Research, Dr. Satish Rao, and of course the Pro Chancellor, Dr. Sharat Rao, for really making this happen. And of course, also Dr. P.L.N.G. Rao, who has been also behind the scenes initiating this engagement. So I'm truly humbled and honored to be in front of all of you. I know we have just started the new year. I don't think there can be anything more exciting, especially for me, to be able to start the new year by sharing some of the experiences that I have had in the journey of yoga, meditation, integrative medicine, and so that we can learn from each other. As I always say, I think learning is a lifelong journey, and each one of us are learning from various experiences, various situations, and we collectively work together to learn. And I think there can't be a better platform than this, where coming from 2 different nations, even though I'm from Canada, currently originally from India, and I know Manipal has been very instrumental in laying some of the strong foundations for science and medical and engineering and all kinds of education in Indian subcontinent and across the globe. So I'm truly humbled and honored for this collaborative event and a future collaboration that we plan to do. Now, yes, we know the great introduction by Dr. Sharat already actually gave you a very good warm up on what exactly is Sookshma meditation. And Dr. Annapurna kind of supported that by saying, what we need today is something simple, something subtle, something easy to practice. And this is what really inspired me 16 years back when I started this journey. When I met this ancient sage, Sunita Amma, who happens to be my teacher, master, guru in the path of yoga and meditation, when I first met her 16 years back, and I was ready to learn Sukshma meditation and yoga, the first thing that she asked me to do was to bring a subtle smile on my face. And I was not sure why she was asking me to do this. And she does this with everyone. People come to her with a lot of problems, mental, physical, emotional, as well as people who are seeking higher states of consciousness, spiritual enlightenment, wisdom. And for all of them, the first thing that she asks us to do is to bring a subtle smile onto the face. And I did not know the importance of that when she asked me to do that, but within a few sessions, I realized the power of that subtle smile. In ancient Sanskrit language, we call this manda smita, means subtle smile on the lips. We are all so busy with so many things in our life, and if you look at yourself, and I know we are doing this in online event, so I can't see everyone's face, but I'm very sure very few of you are actually smiling. Most of us are very serious, thinking about the past or worrying about the future. Isn't it true, my friends? Isn't it true that most of the time, 90% of the time, mind is wandering in the past or in the future? And unfortunately, the root cause of unhappiness, root cause of illness is that mind which is not trained. We will talk about mind in a moment a little bit more deeper, but we all today know that mind is the root cause of most of the illnesses. So to be able to regulate that mind so that it can stay in the present moment. That present moment awareness can be very easily attained by bringing the smile. We talked about beginning the session with that subtle techniques, and this is the first simple technique that I would like to share with you. This is so easy, and you can do this anywhere, anytime. You can bring this smile. Let's say you're right now listening to the talk. Keep that smile on your face. You're doing your research work, you're writing, you're typing, you're cooking, you're taking bath, you're driving, so many things that we do. But I'm sure most of the times, this mind, which is very tricky, which is very elusive, which is very delusive, will instantly take you into the past or take you into the future. So please, everyone, bring that subtle smile onto your lips. And another interesting, because we're all scientific, we would like to have evidence-based research so that we can really understand it at a rational and logical level. Now, there is research called facial feedback research. It started as early as Charles Darwin's time, and the facial feedback research shows that the type of emotion that you carry on your face impacts your psychology and your physiology, which means it changes your mental state and as well impact your physical or your physiological states within your systems. So it's the easiest way to relax. It's the easiest way to start living in the present moment. And it's the easiest way to enjoy and be happy. So please, everyone, this is the first technique, and I would encourage you to continue to be aware of that subtle smile on your lips. And this is easiest way. It's a direct path, and you will understand in a moment why and how we actually practice Sookshma meditation. This is the foundation of it. Now, Dr. Sharath Rao has absolutely given a fantastic introduction about the integrative approach, integrative medicine, and the need for the ancient wisdom and the modern medicine to come together. And we all know the purpose is to help in healing. We all want fast healing. We all want complete healing. We want to be healing very quickly, instantly, right? But do we really take time to heal? Just think for a moment, my dear friends. Do you have a routine in your day to help your body heal, your mind heal? And I know most of you will instantly say, yeah, I get sleep, like I go to sleep. Yes, I understand. Sleep is very important. But we all know how good our sleeps are these days. We all know how sound our sleeps are these days. Most of the sleeps are disturbed. We don't get proper sleep. And if your sleep is actually very good, when you get up in the morning, you should feel fresh and energetic and energized. And I know most of you will definitely agree, even if you have an alarm, and when we want to get up in the morning, how many times we keep pressing that snooze button because we get up exhausted. We don't feel like going to work. We don't feel like doing our things. We feel like we need a vacation every day, isn't it? And then we go take a vacation, we come back from the vacation, and then we feel tired again. Because, my dear friends, what we are trying to do here is we are trying to do healing at a superficial level. We are trying to apply a band-aid or a patch for a deeper cancer. What we need is deeper healing. Yes, we all know about yoga meditation. We all know the power of yoga and meditation and how the practice can help. But how many of us actually practicing it? Even many who teach don't have time to practice. So it is important to really get to the core essence of healing. And this is where ancient sage Sunitama has taken the very essence of this beautiful ancient wisdom of yoga and meditation and has brought into light this subtle and simple form called Sookshma yoga and meditation, where this can be practiced by any age group and even in a very hectic lifestyle that we all have. All that you need is a few minutes in the morning, and if you have a few more minutes in the night, that's all you need. And as simple as bringing that smile can start to heal you, my dear friends. You know, we all want fast healing, right? We all want to be able to access healing, but we don't have time. You ask anyone, you know, we go to a lot of these workshops, and you know, I work with a lot of CEOs and ambassadors of nations, and a lot of them, I get one simple answer: I don't have time, I don't have time. But everybody wants healing. It's not that people don't want healing, they want healing, but they don't have time. And this is where Sukshma meditation has become very powerful. And even the presentations that we have done at World Health Organizations, United Nations, at many other global organizations, the moment people see the practice, they are like, yes, this is something that we can embrace, and instantly start to experience that healing. Because what we need today, my dear friends, is not superficial fluff, superficial healing. We need to get to the source of healing. We need healing that can be continuously running 24 by 7. It is not like you practice yoga on a mat for a few minutes, or you do some pranayama for a couple of minutes, and then you're again back into the rut and rat race of life. That's not what we need. We want to be able to be in that natural state of healing no matter what, no matter whether you're doing your work, no matter whether you're taking care of your family, no matter whether you're doing your duties as a student or a research scholar. We all have different dharmas and karmas that we need to perform. But at the same time, we want a system, a healing system that can continuously work in the background. So the healing process is not just based on some postures, breathing, and complex theories. What we need is a way to become natural in our healing process and be able to tune into that instantly. And the simple smiling technique that you are hoping, I'm hoping that you're all smiling. I can guarantee that it will start to heal you very quickly, my dear friends. So please keep that smiling face no matter what. And this is where Sukshma meditation becomes very powerful. Now, why do we need healing? We kind of talked a little bit about that, right? We all get stressed. Now, there are different types of stress. The stress that we get when we need to, let's say, catch a flight, right? And you're running late. You know, obviously, the moment you feel stressed because you're running out of time, your heart rate goes up, your breathing becomes faster, your pupils are dilated, your muscles start to work faster. There is more blood sugar released into your system, your adrenaline goes up, your high blood pressure goes up, your heart rate goes up, your lungs expand. All of these are in response to your stress response, right? And then, of course, when you reach the airport, you catch the flight. After that, your heart rate comes back to normal, your blood pressure comes back to normal, everything basically comes back to normal. Now, this is what we call positive stress. This positive stress is perfectly fine because there are times in our life where we have to get into what we call the fight or flight mode. I'm sure you all heard about that, right? Fight or flight is our survival mechanism. Now, this is perfectly fine when we have a real threat in our life. Let's say you're walking on a street, somebody comes to you with a gun, then of course you need to either fight the person or run away from that situation. So in that moment, your survival mechanism or the fight or flight system is very important, is very useful. Of course, evolution has a reason for that. But unfortunately, what we are doing today, my dear friends, is that we are kicking off that fight or flight system, that survival of the fittest mechanism, even in our sleeps. You can be sitting here right now in front of this computer watching this program, our workshop, but at the same time worrying about the stuff that happened in the past or worrying about the stuff that may happen in the future. And both of these trigger the same stress response that is triggered when you have a real threat in your life. But unfortunately, we don't have real threats. Most of our fears, most of our worries are imaginary. They don't really exist. And this has become predominantly common now in a younger generation. In a younger generation, people are constantly subject to this stress, and we hear cases of mental health issues, anxiety, and depression becoming very prevalent in the youth, and including the suicidal tendencies and self-harm tendencies, which I keep hearing a lot, especially in the university system. So the root cause for all of this is that imaginary stress, imaginary threat that we constantly trigger in our subconscious system by triggering the sympathetic nervous system. I'm sure most of you are medical science students. You heard about that sympathetic system. We're always living in that sympathetic overdrive, and this sympathetic overdrive over a period of time leads to most of the lifestyle diseases that we are seeing today, including your hypertension, heart disease, cardiovascular illnesses, mental illness like anxiety, depression, autoimmune disorders like your Crohn's, colitis, IBS, Parkinson's, rheumatoid arthritis. Lot of these illnesses that we are seeing in the modern world today have their root in this stress, the chronic stress which we keep triggering every moment in our time, even including in our sleeps. This subconscious stress is what we need to heal from today, my dear friends. As Dr. Sharat Rao rightly mentioned, we need a system where we are able to use the modern tools as well as the ancient wisdom to be able to heal from stress at that subconscious level, so that we can all lead a perfectly harmonious, healthy, and happy life. Now, that's the premise for why we need healing. Now, if you look at the root cause of this stress, it is all in the mind. It is all in the mind. Now, there is no definition for mind for a long time in the world of science. Of course, in the ancient yogic wisdom, we have the definition of mind. In a lot of people who are here from the yogic background will immediately agree that mind is nothing but a bundle of thoughts and emotions. If you actually dive a little bit deeper into yogic wisdom, they call it manasu, buddhi, chitta, smriti, ahankara. There are different dimensions of this mind. Now, this is all great for the people coming from ancient yogic wisdom. But when we are trying to do an integrative approach, we need a definition that can be applied for both the sides, scientific side, as well as people who are coming from the yogic science, the medical science and the yogic science. Now, there has been a lot of deliberation and thought in terms of what is the definition, modern definition of mind. So one of the psychiatrists, a very famous psychiatrist from University of California, Los Angeles, Dr. Dan Siegel, he was also very deeply into meditation practice for many years, and he has seen phenomenal benefits in this practice. So, but he had a problem. The problem was the scientific world was not ready to accept meditation or understand the mind from the ancient wisdom perspective. But yet, there isn't a definition of mind in the world of psychiatry, in the world of psychology. There is no formal definition. So, what he had done is he has brought together some of the leading scholars from across the globe, and they've created a panel. And this panel included people from the world of medicine, psychiatry, psychology, quantum physics, consciousness studies, yogic wisdom. All of these disciplines came together and worked in developing a beautiful definition for mind. And here is a definition of the modern definition of the mind. So if you look at that, you will really understand why it is so important to train this mind, why it is so important to regulate this mind so that we can maximize our healing process. So the modern definition of mind is an emergent, self-organizing, embodied, relational process that regulates the flow of energy and information. Now, there's a lot of stuff happening in this definition, right? So we'll take each word very quickly here. Mind is an emergent system. Emergent because it's created from parts. Your mind is nothing but a bundle of thoughts that are created from within. You create your own thoughts, and also from the external influences, situations, experiences creates thoughts. So that is the first piece, which is emergent. Now the second part is self-organizing. Self-organization, because it's an integration by linking different pieces. If you look at mind, it is not just created by a certain thing, but it is self-organized. The very thoughts come together and many emotions come together. Some thoughts are from the past, some thoughts are from the present, some are from the future, but they are organized very quickly so that it can give a proper meaning, so that you can take certain action from it. Now, this is a very powerful, in fact, most of the complex systems in this world need this capability of self-organization. Unless we have this self-organization, life will become very chaotic, because there will be 10 different thoughts and you don't know how to relate to those 10 different thoughts. But the beauty of the mind is that it self-organizes these 10 different thoughts so that you can make a proper meaning out of it, and then you can take an action out of it, and which is why our lives mostly are very well organized. Now, the third part is embodied. Embodied because it is both from within, it is coming from inside, and then relational because it is happening between two different people. So right now, for example, we are all interacting. So it is relational. You are connected to my nervous system. I'm connected to your nervous systems. We all know what is going on back and forth. So it's a relational process. Now, here comes the best part of the definition. This process that regulates the flow of energy and information. Can you believe the modern psychiatric world is saying that mind is actually a flow of energy and information? Now, this is a game changer, especially for integrative medicine, because now you have a definition that you can directly relate it with yogic wisdom as well, where you are calling mind as nothing but a bundle of energy. And we can see that in our day-to-day life. When you're interacting with people who have positive energy, you feel good there. When you're interacting with people who have negative energy, you don't feel good there. So which means that the thoughts trigger a certain type of energy which can influence us in different ways. And of course, information is part of the thoughts. Information is nothing but the thoughts. So that flow of energy and information is mind. Now, see how holistic this definition of mind is. And in fact, Dr. Sehgal actually goes a step further and says an integrated and interconnected brain has many parts that are working together so that it can create a coordinated and balanced mind. And he says that there are a few properties a good integrated and interconnected mind has. And those properties are the mind that is flexible, mind that is adaptive, that is coherent, energized, and stable. So if you look at these five properties, I'm sure you can all relate to this. We all want a mind which is flexible, which is not rigid, a mind which is adaptive, able to quickly adapt to the situations, because most of the times we don't want to adapt. We want to live in our own way. But imagine a mind that is able to adapt to any changing circumstances, which is phenomenal because you can actually evolve by adapting. In fact, if you look at our human evolution, adaptation has been one of the core principles, core essence of the evolutionary process. So that adaptive state. Now, coherence, very important. We want a mind which is coherent. We don't want mind which is random. And then the mind which is energized. We need a mind that is super energized so that you can use that energy to accomplish your goals. And then the final and most important is a mind that is stable. A stable mind so that you can be focused, you can be not distracted and get to your goals very quickly. Now, this is the beauty of modern definition of mind. Now, ancient wisdom, of course, also has given a beautiful definition of mind. We talked about it. The mind that we think is in fact regulated by the senses that are connected to this world. The five senses basically transfer that information, and that comes into our mind, and that mind, which also is called manasu in yoga, right? In yogic definition, manas is nothing but mind, and that has a discriminatory apparatus called buddhi, that discriminatory mind, which tells us to do the thing, whether it's a right thing or the wrong thing, good or bad, discriminating between right and wrong. This capability of that mind is called buddhi. And there is your chitta in yogic terminology, which is your subconscious mind, which is dictating your day-to-day habits. And then there is smriti, which is your memory system, long-term memory, from which we retrieve information from past. And then of course there is that aham, which is the sense of I, the sense of self, the sense of Suman that I have, the sense of whomever you are comes from that sense of I-ness, the sense of self. Now, this is the ancient definition of mind, and we have checked the modern definition of mind. So, what we realize in this process is the illness, the illness comes into us when there is rigidity in between these elements of the mind, when that mind is not flexible, when that mind is not stable, when that mind is not energized, when that mind is not coherent, and when that mind is not adaptive. That is when we start to develop illness, whether it is mental illness or physical illness. It all starts from these root areas. And the same thing with the ancient yogic wisdom. When the senses are not functioning properly, which are called the indriyas, when they are not functioning, when you are letting all kinds of garbage to enter your system, when you are keeping the gates of the senses open broad and wide, so that you are allowing all kinds of dirt and impurities to enter the system, what will happen, my friends? It will pollute the mind. It will pollute the manas. That manas, which where the mind gets polluted, then your buddhi, the discriminatory mind, is not able to give you the direction, right or wrong, good or bad, because it is now clouded by the dust, by the dirt that is transferred into your system through these indriyas or the senses, the five senses. So it is important to regulate those senses, to be aware and alert what we are letting into the system. And then the buddhi, because it is not regulated, it will instantly try to react based on your chitta, which is your subconscious mind. If you look at our life, many times we are reacting to situations. We are overreacting. You see people, in your own friend circle, in your own families, who are very reactive because their chitta is polluted. So if you look at the modern and the ancient wisdom, they both are basically talking about simple thing called training that mind. To train that mind is what Sookshma meditation is made for. So this is now where we start to look into how Sookshma meditation can help. So real meditation or real healing has to happen at that subtler level. We need to be able to check our senses. We need to be able to clean that mind. In fact, ancient sage Sunita Amma, my guru, my teacher, she gave a best definition of meditation. She says meditation is cleansing, purifying, silencing, transformation, and shift. So first step is cleansing. What do we need to cleanse? Cleanse from all the dirt that the senses are allowing, and not only the outside dirt, there are impurities within us. These impurities, ancient wisdom calls them as six enemies: kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, excess desire, anger, greed, delusion, pride or false ego, and then jealousy. Now, if I ask you to take a quick moment, take a quick moment and pause and reflect on these six things, on these six enemies, and see where are you at a scale of 1 to 10. If I give you 1 minute, I'll say, where is your desire level? Where is your anger level? Where is your greed level? Where is your delusion? Where is your false ego or that pride? And then where is your jealousy? I'm sure you know the answer. I don't have to say it. We all know the answers. I was in that state as well. 16 years back when I met my Guru Sunita. She simplified it all. She asks anybody who comes to her, where are you with these six enemies? Because the root cause of 90% of the illness that we see will go back to these six vices, my dear friends. It might sound weird, but 16 years of my study, research, and understanding of mind and behaviors and patterns and what we accumulate inside the dark corners of the mind, that is the root cause of most of the modern illness, which we call them non-communicable diseases. Do you know, my dear friends, COVID has taken about 7 million lives in the last 3 years. 7 million. I know it is very difficult. A lot of us have lost some of our close friends and family members, but it has taken 7 million lives. Now, these non communicable diseases, which are the chronic illnesses we are talking about, lifestyle diseases like diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, autoimmune disorders, mental health issues. Do you know how many lives are lost every year? 41 million lives are lost. And this data is not current data. This is from 5 years back. 41 million lives are lost because of NCDs. And again, NCDs are diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, anxiety, depression, autoimmune disorders. Now, I can guarantee if you reflect on any of these illnesses, the root cause is our behaviors, our habits, the patterns that we have accumulated, the food habits, the sleep habits, exercise habits, lifestyle. All of these contribute to 41 million deaths in a year. Now we have created a vaccine to fix the COVID problem. Can we create a vaccine for the NCDs, my dear friends? The root cause of COVID is a virus. The root cause of NCDs, the lifestyle diseases, are the vices inside our mind. The vices of, we just talked about those six enemies. Those are the vices. Now, Sookshma meditation works on cleaning those vices, works on eliminating those vices and purifying that mind. And a purified mind is what transforms your life and brings a permanent shift. A purified mind has those five properties: flexibility, adaptability, coherence, energetic, stable. I have experienced that 16 years back when I met ancient Saint Sunita Ma. I was in that state of turmoil, worry, chaos in my life. I was very successful. I was in United States of America, later moved to Canada. That's where I met Sunita Ma. I was successful academically, intellectually, financially, careerly, all possible ways. But yet, there was a lot going inside because I have never taken time to train this mind. I'm sure most of us have not taken time to train the mind. We are training ourselves for getting the top rank in the school, top rank in the universities, getting a gold medal. We are training our mind to remember stuff from the books, to perform a specific skill. But in this process, we are killing. We are developing the skill, but we are killing our inner self by developing these vices, by getting impacted with these six enemies, these vices. And Sookshma meditation aims at cleansing and purifying so that your life becomes robust, so that you can tap into that highest potential that you have inside. As Dr. Sharat Rao mentioned, every single cell in our body has phenomenal potential. That potential is what Sookshma taps into. Now, that potential is what ancient wisdom called consciousness. That is the pure awareness, which we will practice now in a few moments. When you tap into that pure silence, remember the definition that Sunita Amma gave: cleansing, purifying, silencing. See, right in the middle is a silencing. This is the most critical part. Many people say that they meditate, but have you experienced that inner silence? Complete stillness. In that complete stillness of the mind, your cellular system starts to change. Your body gets into a state of homeostasis. I'm sure all you medical graduates, medical science students know the word homeostasis, a perfect state of equilibrium. where your cells start to heal. I have seen in the last 16 years, personally, I have healed from some chronic illnesses. I've seen many people who have come to Sunita Amma with all these diseases that we talked about heal very quickly because we are getting to the source, not just based on some postures, some techniques. Yes, there is no doubt postures, asanas, pranayama, some of these techniques are very good, but we cannot ignore the training of the mind. We cannot ignore the purification of the mind because that is where all the enemies are hiding. And that is what Sookshma hits. It cleanses that system so that you can tap into that consciousness, that pure awareness, that stillness, that silence. And today's world, silence is a rare commodity, my dear friends. We can't sit silent for a few moments. Our minds are constantly running like a potter's wheel that keeps running, like a machine that keeps running. That is the state of our minds. So we need to practice that inner silence, inner stillness is what really heals you, not just doing a posture or yogasana or just doing some pranayama. I know a lot of people who do yogasanas and pranayama, but their mind is somewhere. They think it's a technique. In fact, if you now look at what ancient sage Patanjali, who is considered like the father of this modern yogic framework, he has given a fantastic framework. It's the best psychiatry text or psychology text you could ever read. But of course, just reading a theory is not going to solve the problem. Patanjali, sage Patanjali has given it by experiencing it, which ancient wisdom calls aparokshanubhuti, the experience from inside. That inner experience has to translate to your experiences outside. So Sage Patanjali, when he has given this four chapters in that framework, first he gave the Samadhi Pada. Samadhi is nothing but stillness. He talks about how to bring that mind to that stillness, into that silence. He talks about the hurdles that we run into to practice meditation or to experience that stillness. What are the challenges mind goes through? And then in second chapter, second pada, it's called, he talks about sadhana. How do you actually do it? And of course, that is where comes the Ashtanga Yoga. But even Ashtanga Yoga, he very specifically emphasizes on subtle aspects, Sookshma. Sookshma experience only can help you to get there, my dear friends. He talks about pranayama. He doesn't talk about breathing exercises. He talks about Sookshma pranayama. Prana is the life force. It is not the breath. It is the another form of energy that is inside. Breath is just an outcome of that. But today, unfortunately, what we are doing is just we are training the breath. That has some benefits, but real training is that Sukshma pranayama. So Sage Patanjali now takes you into that subtler states. And in the third pada, the third chapter, he talks about Vibhuti pada. Vibhuti is all these amazing things that you get when you practice properly that subtle yoga and meditation. All the siddhis, they call it, all the powers that you attain in this process. Of course, health is one of the outcomes of that. I would also say health is a siddhi or a vibhuti because your body is changing, it is becoming beautiful, it is becoming brighter, you're glowing. All of these are vibhutis. And then he says, finally, don't stop there. Kaivalya, that is where the spiritual aspect comes in. He says, ultimate goal is to let go of all these six vices and become one with that pure consciousness, to become one with that stillness, to become one with that silence. That is called Kaivalya Pada. Now, this is the beauty, right? The beauty of ancient wisdom is that it has given a beautiful framework. It's like a project plan, step by step, but we never took time to, of course, understand it. I started to do this 16 years back. So I hope most of you can actually embrace this. So the essence of Sookshma, coming back to what Sookshma is to purify that mind so that you can experience that bliss. How many of you are still smiling, my dear friends? I'm sure most of you have lost it. But have you noticed me in the last 40 minutes or 30 minutes? I kept that smile on all the time because it has become a natural state for me. That state of smile is very natural. And that smile reflects that inner bliss, which is called Anandamaya Kosha. I know a lot of you yogic people know that word, Anandamaya Kosha. That Anandamaya Kosha is there in all of us, that layer of bliss. But of course, we are distracted with the other four layers, the physical, Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, four other layers. But we have polluted those four layers so badly. How can we experience bliss, my dear friends? So that is where ancient Sunitama said, let's purify the mind. Let's clean that mind so that you can directly experience that bliss. And that bliss is what heals. Okay? So the goal is to go to the source and not get stuck in the superficial stuff. Sookshma is, yes, there are some techniques, we will do some kriyas. We cannot do all of them today. We will have a little flavor of those. And hopefully when I come there next time, we can do more deeper exploration of Sookshma. So of course now many of you are scientific, right? We are all science lovers. So there is tremendous amount of research that is going on in the field of meditation. We heard about neuroplasticity, the ability to transform your brain, the ability to shift your thought process, the ability to transform your brain is what is called neuroplasticity. In the past, people used to think that brain is what you have. The brain that you have is what you get for life. But now the modern science is showing that the brain can be changed. There are three brains in one brain, in fact. There is your reptilian brain, there is your mammalian brain, and there is a human brain. Your brain stem, then is your limbic system, then is your neocortex. Now, true practice of meditation helps you to shift from the reptilian instincts, from that animal instincts into the human level intuition. From instincts to intuition. That is possible today. We are able to do those studies. We are able to do fMRI studies to see that the cortex layer, there is thickening of neocortex in people who have practiced meditation just for 8 weeks. Just for 8 weeks, my dear friends. This is not mumbo jumbo stuff anymore. This is not just like, I don't know whether it will actually work. There are studies, papers after papers that are being published to show that the changes in the brain are possible because of this simple practice of meditation. There are many more studies that are shown how the practice of yoga and breathing can help regulate your vagal tone. You know, the vagus nerve, which is one of the most important cranial nerves, which is the longest cranial nerve in your body, which regulates your heart rate, your digestion, your mood, your breathing. Most of the important functions, physiological functions, are all demonstrated or all regulated by this vagal tone. And there is phenomenal amount of research that shows that simple practices of yoga and meditation can increase your vagal tone so that you can feel more energetic, more positive, your heart functions properly, your digestive system functions properly, your respiratory system functions properly, and of course, most important, the immune system. There are so many studies to show how there is enhancement of your immune system when you practice true deep meditation. And of course, for all the youth out there, I know we all want to look young. We all want to look very beautiful and handsome. We want to have that beautiful glow. We all try to depend on those artificial makeup kits. I tell you, people who come to Sookshma meditation, there is no need of artificial fake makeup kits because there is natural inner makeover. There is scientific studies to show that there is increase in telomerase activity in your cellular level, which regulates the length of telomeres. Your genetic makeup can change by practicing. There is documented scientific studies to show that. And there are many, many more studies. I don't want to, keep talking about this. We'll get into the practice very quickly. But we have an opportunity here, I think, together, both from Peace Tree here in Canada. We're also Sorry, I think I lost the connection for a second, but I'm back. So there is an opportunity for us to collaborate a great institution like Manipal, which has always been a how we can help everyone understand the power of these deeper meditation. So we need to go to the consciousness level. Yes, there is a lot of studies done at a physical posture level. How can this asana help, that asana help? How can this pranayama help? This breathing can help. But Sookshma is to tap into that consciousness, into that subtlest of the subtle, pure vibration of energy that is the foundation of our existence. In fact, the modern physics, quantum physics, is actually showing us that we are not just this physical body. In fact, even if you just look at your physical body, it is made up of organs. If you go further down, made up of tissues. If you go further down, it's made up of cells. If you go further down, you know that it's made up of biochemicals, calcium, magnesium, right? All the iron, all these elements. And if you go further down into each of these elements, it is nothing but atoms. If you further go down, it's nothing but electrons, protons, and neutrons. Electrons circulating around the nucleus of the atom. So at a fundamental level, you are actually an electromagnetic radiation because there is energy that is being generated as electron spins around. And now there is furthermore studies to take you deeper into quarks. Quarks are even more subtler particles within an atom. And what they are now finding is if you go further down into the fundamental level, there is nothingness, there is emptiness. Now, that emptiness and nothingness is not empty. What they're finding is that emptiness or that nothingness is actually what contributes to the weight of the atom. And it is full of energy. And that is the source of energy. And what they're now trying to see is that the electrons, the subatomic particles are actually brewing out of this nothingness. They are forming from that state of emptiness. And this is, of course, what ancient wisdom says, Ano Raniyan Mahato Mahiyan. This subtle vibration of energy is there at the subtlest of the subtle level of our existence. And it is also at the greatest of the great level of the universe. If you look at this entire universe, this is nothing but that subtle vibration of energy. And that subtle vibration of energy is omnipresent. It is there everywhere. Omniscient. It knows what is happening. And omnipotent. Very powerful. We are an embodiment of that vibration of energy. We are in fact nothing but that universe. But unfortunately, my dear friends, we think that we are this limited individual. We think that we are just this body, and we just get stuck in the matrix of that vices created in the mind because we have never trained the mind. But if you train the mind, it opens up because you're now breaking all the barriers, you're breaking all the blockages, you're melting away those impurities from the mind, just like when the gold, which is taken from the ore, is melted and impurities are taken, the gold starts to shine. Similarly, when we work on training that mind, getting rid of those impurities, we break those walls, we break those barriers, and that energy liberates. And I say to many people that Sookshma meditation reveals that nuclear energy which is there in all of us. But we just need to take some time to tap into that pure consciousness which is there in each individual. But we are not doing that. I would like you all to take healing time every day, healing time for yourself. Yes, I know we are busy with so many things, but a few minutes a day for yourself will transform your life, my dear friends. And together, I think with Manipal, Academy of Higher Education and Peace Innovation Society, and there are other universities that we are working with, we can all come together to do some cutting edge work at the level of consciousness, because consciousness is called the hard problem of science. Nobody is able to break the problem. But I think we have an opportunity to work together and integrate science and wisdom so that we are not blinded by the dualities or perspectives from one dimension. We don't want to be blinded. I'm sure you all heard about this story of blind men trying to understand an elephant. They were blind people and they wanted to know what is an elephant. So the elephant was brought into that place. Now these blind people started to touch the elephant and come to certain conclusions. One blind man touched the leg of the vehicle and said, this feels like the trunk of a tree. So elephant is probably like a tree. And another blind person touched the tail of the elephant and he said, oh, this feels like a rope. Maybe elephant is like a snake or a rope, right? And another person touched the stomach of the elephant and he said, oh, this sounds like a wall. This feels like a wall. So maybe elephant is like a wall. Like this, each person touched different parts of the elephant and they came with their own conclusions. And that is unfortunately what most of the people are doing today. We are stuck in our own little prison and we think this is what it is. But Sookshma, when you tap into that unifying field of consciousness, we can see the bigger picture. We can see the complete picture. And that is what integrative medicine does. It really eliminates that blindness. It eliminates those dualities and helps you to tap into that non-dual state of consciousness, which the great Adi Shankaracharya said, Advaita. That state of non-duality is nothing but that subtle, pure state of Sookshma consciousness. So I hope you're all ready to practice and get a taste of this now. Okay, so let us all now get into the practice. I think we have about 45 minutes for this practice. So I hope you're all still smiling. Keep those smiles. Like I said, that is the foundation of our Sookshma practice. When you bring that smile, you start to be in the present moment and your body starts to relax. Now, everyone, I know you're all offline, so you're probably in the comfort of your home or your office. So please stand up. I will stand up now to do some simple stretching. So everyone, please stand up for a couple of minutes.
Suman sir, your camera is not on, sir.
No, it is on. It shows my camera is on from my side.
No, sir, we can't see you.
Oh, you can't see me?
Yeah.
All this time you were not able to see me?
5 minutes before.
Okay, let me. I can see, I mean, the camera is turned on. I can see the. How come? I can very well see my own self here. And I see that camera icon is on. And I'm not sure what is happening here.
Sumanji, during
You can hear me okay?
hello,
Yeah, hello.
yeah, can you able to hear now?
Yes, yes.
5 minutes back, you have the internet issue, network issue. During that time, your video got disconnected. Before that, it was everything fine. We are able to see you. 5 minutes back, when there is a disconnection, I thought you have, because of low bandwidth, maybe you have turned off your video. That was our assumption.
I could see myself very clearly. So let me then log.
Yeah, try log in and log out.
Okay,
Maybe.
1 second. Give me a second.
ಇವ್ರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಶ್ರವಕ್ ಇದಾರ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 3-4.
Okay, can you see me now?
I have done here.
Can you see me now?
Yes, Sumanji.
Okay, very good. Okay, excellent. Problem resolved. Clear. My audio is clear.
Hello.
Yeah, is my audio clear?
Yeah, it is clear. You can go ahead with the practical session, no problem.
Okay, let's continue the workshop now. So everybody please stand up. Let's take a nice stretch. Take a nice deep breath and a nice stretch. If you want, you can stand on your toes, please. Just a nice stretch reaching the sky. Now a stretch to the side, please. Just a side stretch, releasing any tension in the back, lower back. Just a nice side stretch. Keep breathing, keep smiling, please. Now everybody just spread out, stretch your arms, and then just imagine you have different people trying to pull you from different directions. This is called everybody wants you. You know, in our life, we get distracted quite a bit. So imagine people are trying to distract you from different sides, and you're trying to come to the center. So take a nice deep breath. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, come to the center again. Just round your shoulders like this. Relax your shoulders, front to back, back to front. Relaxing your shoulders. Okay, wonderful. Now let's do a couple of exercises to release stress from your shoulders, back of your shoulders. So hold your fist like this. Go up. Inhale from your nostrils, exhale from your mouth. Now imagine there is a big fruit in front of you. You want to go crush the fruit. Breathe in with your nostrils and breathe out with your mouth. Excellent. And keep that smile, please. And then put your fingers on your shoulders like this. And then just rounding off your shoulders. Front to back. And then back to front, please. Excellent. And now comes a very important exercise. This is called tapping. So simple tapping like this. Simple tapping. Tap, 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 tap. It stimulates the blood circulation. It brings awareness. Then chop, chop, chop. Punch, punch, punch. Very important exercise. Lymph glands are here. So again, chop, chop, chop. Punch, punch, punch. And then next, rub, rub, rub. This helps move your lymphatic system, the lymph flow, your blood flow. Very scientific, very simple exercises. And next comes a very important aspect of Sookshma meditation. This is self-love and self-compassion. So first, by doing this, we bring that attention to ourselves. So please, everyone, take a nice hug. Give yourself a nice hug. Give yourself a nice hug. Spread that smile. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. All your attention on your heart and spread that smile. Spread that smile into your heart. Close your eyes. Please give yourself that subtle smile. All your attention is on your heart. Spread that smile into your heart. And now I would like you to give an affirmation for yourself. I would like you to take this promise, take your name. I'll take my name and I'll give this promise. I would like you to take your name and give this promise to yourself. Don't feel shy, please. This is a very powerful exercise, very important exercise. So now giving yourself that hug, spreading that smile, start this promise. Suman, I love you. I respect you. I honor you. I will take care of you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. This is my promise to you, Suman. Now you can repeat this promise inside your heart. You don't have to say it out loud. Take your name. Again, we'll practice one more time. Suman, I love you. I respect you. I honor you. I'll take care of you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. This is my promise to you, Suman. And let every cell in your body listen to that promise, please. Smile into every single cell in your body. Enjoy that hug, enjoy that smile. Be honest with yourself, my dear friends. Now you can slowly open your eyes, your arms, and you can take your seat, please. This is a very, very important exercise. Self-love and self-compassion are very important. 90% of the problems that we see, especially in the relationships, the emotional turmoil people go through, which eventually leads to a lot of physiological disorders, is lack of self-love, lack of self-esteem, lack of self-confidence. We are so busy trying to give love from others, get love from others, or give love to others, or show compassion to others, but we never take time to show compassion to this precious resource. We don't take time to show love to this precious resource that we have. So it is very important that you take time to give that love for yourself. My teacher Sunita always says, this is the principal love. Anything else that you get from outside is bonus. So always give importance to this principle. That principle, self-love, will start to heal you instantly. Be aware of this precious resource that you have. The first book that I have authored, Ancient Sage for Silicon Age. Basically, the essence is that we are so busy trying to use all these devices and technologies that use silicon chip, which we have discovered. We are so busy taking care of those devices and tools and technologies, but we have the greatest tool and technology here, but we never take time to care for this, to love this. So please, my dear friends, every day, at least twice, once in the morning, once in the night, do this exercise, especially the younger generation, where you're craving for that love and emotions from other people. You will never ever be able to 100% satisfied with love and affection from others and the emotions from others. First, start with the self love, start with self compassion, build that self esteem, build that self confidence. That will slowly take you deeper and deeper and deeper into that pure consciousness, that Sookshma consciousness. Okay, so with that self love, now let's do a couple of neck exercises to release any tension from your neck. A simple rounding of your neck like this, drawing circles with your neck clockwise, anti-clockwise. Keep that smile, please. Now, same neck exercise, we're going to do it with a little bit of a twist. So imagine you're drawing infinity sign, you know, infinity sign, like a number 8 in a lying down position like this. So imagine you're drawing that with your chin like this, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Keep that smile, keep that smile. This is again a very powerful exercise. This works on the subconscious mind, releasing all those clutters that we accumulate inside our subconscious mind, also called chitta. This is the area where the brain meets the spinal cord, medulla oblongata. A lot of action is happening here. So this is a very powerful exercise to release all that subconscious clutters. Okay. Now we have, you see, this process, we are actually training the mind to enter the meditation. You know, many times people will come to us and say, we are trying to meditate. I've been trying to meditate for a long time, but I can't meditate. My mind keeps going here, there, and everywhere. It's constantly chattering. The reason is you have not prepared your mind, you have not prepared your body for meditation. These simple things can help you to bring attention to your body, become conscious about yourself, and from that state of conscious, then you can tap into that conscience, which we have done, that self love, and that conscience will eventually connect you to the consciousness, that pure vibration of energy, right? So, conscious mind has to be trained, which is senses and this body, and then the conscience, that inner self that you all have, that inner being that you all have, which you never pay attention. We are so busy with the clutter and the noise from the outside, we have completely suppressed that inner being, that inner voice, that inner self. So that conscience is your inner self that we are awakening with the self love. And once that conscience is awakened, it becomes very easy to still the mind, because you know now who you really are. The problem is that we don't know who we really are. We think that we are body, we think that these thoughts and emotions are who we are. But no, thoughts and emotions are changing all the time. This body is changing all the time. You are a single cell. Today you are this complex organism. And this complex organism is going to fade off. It's going to decay, die one day. That is changing as well. Your emotions, one moment you're happy, another moment you're sad. One moment you're excited, another moment you're depressed. And you think that is who you are. Sorry, you're not those emotions as well. Those emotions are like changing clouds, passing clouds. You are that sunshine. You are Okay, sorry. There was a problem with my mic. I think suddenly it got disabled. Now it is enabled. Okay, that's good. So we're back in action. Hope everyone can hear me okay and see me okay. So that sense of self, that I, is what we need to catch. That inner self, that sense of I with which you came into this world, which got conditioned by emotions, which got conditioned by the name, by the form. Once we let go that and connect with that inner being, that inner self, that is when the true healing will start, my dear friends. So all of this work that we are doing, simple steps, is to connect with that inner being. Okay, so now we have done next exercises, and then we'll do some simple head exercises to, okay, to release any tension from your head, because a lot of times we accumulate a lot of tension and stress in our head. So this is how you do it. So just press your temples like this, please. Right temple, left temple, your forehead, releasing any tension. Press your sides like this. Press your left side. Now fold your palms like this, back of your head, back of your neck, and press your chin. We accumulate a lot of tension in our jaws. And then put your fingers like scissors under your ears like this. And then just move up and down, please. Like this. Okay, just pull your ears. Again, release any tension from your forehead. Simple, subtle checks. This is all Sookshma, right? Subtle, very simple and subtle. I mean, if you look at this exercise that we have done, you can do all of those in 5 minutes, basically. It won't take much time because I have been talking and elaborating on each of those. It's taking a little bit longer, but actual exercise itself is like 5 minutes. You can do. Okay, and keep those smiles, please. Now let's do a couple of breathing exercises just to release any tension and stress. So the first one is what we call blowing out the stress. Of course, we all want to get rid of the stress. So this simple exercise helps you to do that. You can watch me once and then you can do it together again. So this is how you do it. Take a nice deep breath. Okay, everyone together, let's do this. Okay, so up, down, right, left, all stress is gone now. Now the next exercise is called 3 controlled exhalations. So this is if you do it. So close your right nostril, breathe in from your left, and then you breathe out from your left 3 times, controlled. Watch me, please. Third one is long. Now close your left nostril, breathe in from your right. Okay, now comes the fun exercise, fun breathing exercise. This is called munching the air balls. So you suck the air with your mouth and then you move it around and then you breathe out from your nostrils. Breathe in with your mouth, breathe out from your nostrils. So watch me once, please. Okay. And now the last one is very simple. A lot of you probably know this. This is alternate breathing. So keep that smile. Close your right nostril. So breathe in from your left. Close both. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out from your right. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in from your right. Close both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out from your left. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in from your left. Close both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out from your right. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in from your right. Close both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out from your left. Excellent. So now we have prepared yourself for meditation. We have prepared the body. We have released all those stress impurities from your body. We have cleared those emotional clutters with some simple breathing. And now we are going to do the meditation. So in Sookshma meditation, we do it in Shavasana, which is lying down flat on your back. If you are staying in your room or wherever you have the ability to lie down, you please feel free to lie down. You can cover yourself with a blanket if you feel cold. You can cover your eyes with a small napkin if you want to. This is how we typically do it, but I understand we are doing this online. So whatever is comfortable for you, if you want to just sit and close your eyes, that's perfectly fine. So just relax, drop your shoulders, drop your body, just comfortably, whatever works for you, you can sit. Adjust your body so that you're not trying to move in the middle of the meditation. For the next few minutes, I'm going to guide you. We'll do about 20-minute meditation. Close your eyes, please. And bring that subtle smile onto your lips. Subtle smile onto your lips. Adjust your body. Try not to move. Once you adjust, all that I need from you is your smile. Now, just take 5 deep inhalations and exhalations with your nostrils. Make audible sounds if you can with your nostrils, breathing in and breathing out. Now we can come back to your normal breathing. Just let go. You don't have to pay attention to your breath anymore. Just normal breathing. And start to spread that smile, please, from top of your head, back of your head, back of your neck. You're spreading that smile to every cell in your body. Neck, shoulders, arms, palms, tip of your fingers. Every cell in your body is receiving that smile. Back to your shoulders, between your shoulder blades, your backbone, your vertebral column, spinal cord, all the nerves coming out of the spinal cord. You're spreading that smile, please. Conscious smile going down your backbone to your lower back, to your hips, to your knees, to your ankles. All your attention is on your right foot. All your attention is on your right foot. Spread that smile to tip of your toes of your right foot. Tip of the toes, looking at the big toe of your right foot. Place a lamp, a diya or a candle. Light that, please. Light a candle or a diya. You can see that beautiful light coming from the diya. Second toe of your right foot. Place another diya or a candle. Light it. You can see that beautiful flame from there. Third toe of your right foot. You're lighting one more lamp. You can see that beautiful flame coming from your third toe of your right foot. All your attention now on your fourth toe of your right foot. Place a candle or a lamp. Light it. You can see that beautiful flame. Absorb that light. And the last little toe of your right foot. Place another lamp or a candle. See that beautiful little flame. Absorb that light. You have 5 beautiful flames on your right foot, spreading that beam of light towards you. Absorb that. All your attention is now shifting to your left foot. Paying attention to the big toe of your left foot. Place a lamp or a candle. Light it. See that beautiful light. Absorb that light. Second toe of your left foot. Another lamp or a candle. You're lighting that candle. You can see that beautiful flame. Third toe of your left foot. Placing another candle or a lamp. You're lighting it. You're absorbing that beautiful flame. spreading that nice, precious light. Fourth toe of your left foot, placing one more diya or a candle, lighting it. See that beautiful flame spreading that light towards you. And the last little toe of your left foot, place a nice little lamp or a candle, light that candle, see that beautiful flame. 5 flames spreading that light on your left foot. The light from your left foot and your right foot are merging at your navel and your tummy, and that light is entering your tummy, and the light and your smile are being spread to all the organs in your tummy, please. Every organ in your tummy is receiving that smile and that light. Every organ is working for you day in, day out, but we never pay attention. We never show gratitude to ourselves. Show gratitude to these organs working for you. Say thank you to each of those organs, your stomach, your intestines, pancreas, liver, gallbladder, lungs, kidneys, adrenals, diaphragm, all the organs receiving that light and that smile. Self-gratitude is very powerful. Self-love, self-gratitude begins the healing process. True inner healing happens from self-love and self-gratitude. Slowly move your attention to your heart. Spread that smile into your heart. Spread that light into your heart. Your heart is filled with that light and smile. Going deeper and deeper into your heart. Your mind has become one-pointed. It's called Dharana Shakti, complete concentration. And now we are moving into contemplation, dhyana. Just observe and let go. If any thoughts come and bother you, no need to judge them, no need to analyze them. Just observe, let go. Observe, let go. Observe, let go. Observe, let go. Whole body is relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. Your mind is completely calm and peaceful. enjoying that inner stillness. Your inner self is awakened. Your conscience is observing moment to moment to moment to moment to moment observation. Taking each moment at a time, always in the present moment, always in the present moment. No past, no future. Past is dead, future unknown. Only the present moment is the reality. Let go the past, let go the future. Going deeper and deeper into the present moment. Listening to the Om chanting. Going deeper and deeper inside. Whole body is relaxed. Your mind is completely calm and peaceful. Letting go everything. Whole body is relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. Your mind is completely calm and peaceful. You are enjoying that inner bliss of your inner conscience, the pure self. You're slowly coming out of the inner journey to the outer world. Starting to become aware of your body, tip of your toes, tip of your fingers. Becoming aware of the space around you, above you, below you, next to you. The space inside that room, wherever you are. The space outside the room. Space towards the sky, beyond the sky. It's the same space in the vastness of the universe and inside you. Your body is just a shell. Your mind is just a movement of energy and information. In Sookshma meditation, we're working on cleaning, regulating, and training that mind. Slowly start to feel tip of your toes, tip of your fingers, your neck, shoulders. Slowly bring both the palms together and warm up your palms, please. Keep your eyes closed. Warm up your palms. Put them on your closed eyes like cups. Spread that smile into that nothingness, into that emptiness. One more time. Put the palms on your closed eyes and see that inner light. You can slowly come back to your normal position. We can take a quick Om chanting 3 times. Let's all take chanting 3 times. Take a nice deep breath. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May you all carry this fullness, that inner fullness, inner bliss, into all aspects of your life, sharing this inner bliss and fullness, but always coming back to that inner fullness and bliss. Everything is Purnam, fullness, which leads to wellness and oneness. Namaste, and thank you very much. You can all open your eyes. This brings us to the end of the workshop. If you have any questions, I'm open to try to answer them.
Thank you for the wonderful session, sir. Now the participant can unmute yourself and ask questions. Ramesh sir, you can unmute yourself and ask your questions since you have put it in the chat box.
Yeah, thank Ramesh. I just would like to ask, before that, I would like to say it's a great session. Thank you, sir. I would like to ask, is there any difference between mind and soul if where they are located in our body?
Wow, very deep questions. Thank you very much, Ramesh.
Yes,
So
sir. Welcome, sir.
yes, wonderful. You know, I see that mind, when a mind comes into that complete silence, see, at the end of the day, it's all energy. It's all the pure vibration of energy. And that vibration of energy, when it is in a calm, peaceful state, which I call it potential energy, you know, we all studied about that. And that state of that stillness, when that energy comes to that complete stillness and purified state, is what is soul. And when that starts to gain movement and momentum, and then of course ancient wisdom goes a little bit deeper, it says it gains some qualities which called sattva, rajas, and tamas, three qualities. When it starts to uh, gain those qualities and starts to move, then that is what we call mind. So that's the difference. Now, where is the mind in the body? Mind is everywhere. There is no place where there is no mind, because mind is nothing but flow of that information and energy. There is mind out there, out here. There is our own personal mind, but there is also what we call collective cosmic mind. So it is there everywhere. So hope I was able to answer your question.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you.
I see a question in the chat. What is limbic system and its importance in stress? Very good question. So limbic system is like, if you look at, imagine this as your brain. So there is your brain stem, which is the bottom, which is basically nothing but your survival of the fittest mechanism. And there is limbic system. The limbic system has two important parts, amygdala and hippocampus. Now, these two play a very, very key role in stress, Mr. Ganesh and everyone else. Amygdala is basically like your sensor for stress. Anytime it perceives stress inside your system or outside, it immediately triggers a sympathetic response, sympathetic nervous system response. It leads to your sympathetic drive, adrenaline gush, fight or flight system. Now, amygdala also works very closely with hippocampus because it has a memory system within it. So it will always look for any past memories of that, and it instantly triggers stress. So amygdala and hippocampus, which are in your limbic system, are your stress areas basically. Now, what happens, and this is again amazing research that has been done, what they found is in chronic stress, the size of amygdala has actually grown. So there is increase in the thickness of gray matter in amygdala when people go through chronic stress. Now, the beauty is there is also reversal. There is another study or a few more studies that were done where they found the amygdala thickness has reduced after practicing 8 weeks of meditation. So now this very clearly indicates that this limbic system, which is also responsible for your emotions and your stress response, actually plays a very critical role. And meditation, real meditation, can actually help reduce that stress by directly working on that amygdala and reducing the thickness of that amygdala as well. So I hope I was able to answer the question, Ganesh.
There is another question by Rajani.
If we practice Om chanting daily, will it help with asthma? Yes, Ranjani, good question. Yes, Om chanting can help, but again, like I said, asthma or any of these conditions actually exist at a consciousness level. Any of the illnesses that we see are at the deep consciousness level, which means at that vibration level, at that subtle energy level. So whatever practices you do, whether it is Om chanting, whether it is your meditation, whether it is your breathing exercises, you need to work on getting to that level where that cleansing happens, where that blockage exists, that has to happen. We need to remember one thing. Before a disease manifests at a physical level, it starts at that consciousness level, at that subtler level, at that energy level. Any problem at that blockage or any accumulation of these impurities in that level eventually manifests into a physical level. And a simple example is stress, right? We have simple stress, it is okay. But if you keep having that stress at the thought level, over a period of time, it will manifest at a physical level. It starts with simple things like you don't have proper sleep, you get a little bit of headache, you have some tummy problems. All of these start there, and then eventually it will obviously lead to uh, um, the physical manifestation. So whatever practice you take up, Ranjani, make sure that you are actually able to go deeper to that level.
So one more question.
Yes, I see that. Fantastic comment there, Mr. Vishambarnath. Absolutely right. The modern physics is actually getting close to understanding the ancient wisdom, the entire essence of Advaita, or the Upanishadic knowledge of consciousness. Really tells us that we are one. Actually, we are one. Particles exist when they are observed. They don't exist when they are not observed. In fact, simple practice of meditation itself is enough to prove that, because in meditation, as you're completely bringing that mind to rest, your world disappears. Your world disappears as the mind comes to rest. In fact, the ancient great Upanishad says, Mano Moolam Idam Jagat. This world exists only because of mind. If, in fact, the great Rishi Ramana Maharshi, right, he said, as you keep working on the self, then the world disappears completely. There is nothing but that I. Everything else around that I is just a fluctuation of that movement of that energy, because as you observe, that world exists. If you start observing, if you start responding, if you stop reacting to that world outside, then there is no world. So that mano moolam idam jagat means this world exists because of mind, clearly tells us that there is nothing but consciousness. We are all that consciousness. The moment we get into the deeper states of uh, meditation, we experience. In fact, ancient wisdom also goes a little bit deeper. Upanishad says that there are four states: awakened Jagrita Avastha, Swapna Avastha, there is dream state, there is Nidra Avastha, which is your Sushupti state, and then there is the fourth state, which is called the Turiya Avastha, which is the beyond, the pure consciousness state. Now, these are all experiments that were done by these great ancient rishis and sages. And these experiments led to what is called experiential wisdom or knowledge, which the great Adi Shankaracharya calls aparokshanubhuti, right? So that experimental knowledge, experiential knowledge together will help us lead the most fantastic life with health, happiness, and harmony. So to answer your question, sir, yes, um, ultimately, consciousness will win one day.
So one more question there.
Yes, I see that. Mr. Suresh, a good question. Is there any study comparing physical activity and yoga, which is better? Very good question. There are actually, there I came across one study. I will see if I can pull that out. I need to spend some time. Physical activity is different from yoga. Yoga is designed in a way, I mean, yes, you can go do running. I do that. I go out for a run. That's fantastic. It's good for immediate kind of stress release. It kind of raises your heart rate. It's a good aerobic cardiovascular exercise, cardio exercise. Now, same thing with gym. Like you go to gym, you're doing your biceps, triceps, all these things, good for your muscle tone and all that. But yoga is a little bit deeper than that. Yoga, when I'm talking about yoga, I'm talking here about, I think your question is more around asanas, the postures. Now, postures and asanas are created for a lot more deeper purpose. If you look at Sage Patanjali, the way he actually mentions about the postures, the purpose of those postures or asanas is not just a physical exercise. It is actually to help take our awareness, which is so distracted, to the body first, and then to tame that body first, because body is compared to this intoxicated elephant. We call mind as a monkey mind. Now body is an intoxicated elephant. So to tame that body is not that easy. So these yogasanas are first meant to tame that body. Now the beauty is within that yogasanas, they were developed keeping in mind the health benefits as well. They act on different systems. A simple example, a lot of these postures and asanas work on the vagus nerve. There are studies done to show how these yoga postures can actually increase the vagal tone, which immediately, of course, impacts your physical well-being. So to your answer your question, Mr. Suresh, there is definitely a difference between physical activity and yoga. Yoga is designed for a lot more deeper um, understanding of body, training of the mind, as well as stimulating different energy centers and nervous system in our body, so that we gain more holistic health rather than just physical exercise. It is a training of body and the mind, both together form yoga.
I guess we have crossed our time limit. So I thank you for taking up the questions also. Now, to conclude, I request Dr. Annapurna K, HOD of the department, to give the concluding remarks.
Dr. Suman sir, it was an amazing experience with you. I think there may be many more questions. We will, send them your email ID and you can, further connect with them. So participants, please, because of that time limit, we would like to conclude this session. As I have mentioned, we had a very great experience. And Dr. Suman sir, as you have mentioned, you have learned this, Sookshma meditation by Guru Sunitama and shared your experience in the beginning of the session. And you have also mentioned Mandasmita concept with the simple technique of meditation. This is what, I want to highlight regarding your presentation today. And also you have provided an amazing insight about Sukshmata and stillness with your practical session also about the inner bliss. And a very important point which I have observed is about the research on vagal tone and dominance of parasympathetic nervous system to enhance the immune system. Yes, of course. This is what about the research output. And also you have given examples regarding the how to train the mind. And I think the practical session, in what way you have started it and in what way you have continued it from the gross aspect to the subtle aspect, and you have concluded it as Sukshma meditation with all those, components of your presentation. I think all the participants got benefit what exactly meant as from your presentation. And I have one more question, sir. This is not exactly the question. I think you have mentioned it, but again, I have to ask this: how Sukshma meditation is different from other meditation techniques?
Very good. Sukshma is basically the Sukshma. It works directly on that subtlest of the subtle Sukshma layer. Like the Sukshma is made up of your Manas, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara, Pranas, Panchakoshas, right? Sukshma is a direct path to that bliss, whereas, the other techniques are different things. And again, what happens in Sukshma is each person becomes an embodiment of that pure vibration. So not only the technique, but also the person who is giving that session also is trained to a point where they have become that embodiment of pure vibration. A simple example, when I was reading about how Sage Patanjali, when he used to teach 1,000 students, they used to, it used to be not only from the theoretical part, not from the technical part, but also Patanjali himself becoming that pure vibration is able to transmit that knowledge. If you look at the ancient way of teaching yoga, it was not just a theory, not just a technique, but the teacher himself becoming the very essence of that energy and helping people to experience that aparokshanubhuti again, coming back. So that experience, that inner experience is what is different in Sookshma meditation, that purity, a purification process, and then experience of that subtle vibration of energy.
Thank you a lot, sir. Thank you a lot. Most probably, all you have stated, points from already from the yogic literatures, and how and in what way it can be correlated with the modern physiology, psychology, yogic anatomy, physiology, psychology, and with the prana functions as per the chittavritti, nirodha, and samadhi concepts. So that is what we have to learn, and we have to practice it. And as you have mentioned all about the limbic system, when the emotions they get imbalanced, then there will be manifestation of disorders at physical level. Most probably this is exactly what is mentioned in Yoga Vasishta textbook. How the adhi or mental imbalance will be manifesting into vyadi or physical diseases. Of course, very interest areas what we have to study and understand. Most probably let us conclude this session. Yes, anything to Dr. Patil sir, you have anything to finally to tell with the Dr. Suman sir?
No, it was a wonderful session. It was a wonderful session. So maybe we have lack of time to take a few questions, so that directly connect as Madam said. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, everyone, once again for your time and patience and giving me an opportunity. I'm again truly humbled and honored. I really appreciate all your efforts that went to make this event happen in such a short notice. I look forward to visit in person, and we can continue this collaboration to do fantastic cutting edge research very soon together, and also help everyone embrace Sookshma meditation to heal and to really tap into that infinite energy. Thank you very much again. Namaste.
Yes, sir. Thank you a lot, Dr. Suman sir. Let us meet in our university, and we'll explore regarding further possibilities in education, yoga practice, as well as in research areas. Thank you once again, sir. Thanks to all the participants. Thanks. Thanks once again.
Thank you.
I hear you. Thank you for the participant. We are logging off.
Thank you, one and all. The email address of the speaker will be mailed to you very soon. Thank you for cooperating and joining for the session.